Muy buenas a todos, chicos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos? Amantes de los videojuegos, aquí Aviator Games. ¿Cómo estáis? Amantes de los videojuegos, niños, niñas, padres, madres, jóvenes, mayores. Hoy, para no romper con la tradición, vamos a seguir con el juego de Vespers, Descendant. Este gran juego que nos está llamando la atención a todos tanto y que nos está enganchando sobre todo tanto a todos nosotros, por lo menos a mí, ya que de momento hemos descubierto varios países, varias zonas. Hemos descubierto la zona de Vespers, que es la última país, ciudad que hemos descubierto, y si nos acordamos hemos ascendido al rango de maestría 7, y todavía nos quedan muchos países por conquistar, pero bueno, estamos dentro de Vespers y nos queda todavía el sector Sigma, que es el Sigma. Hay dos países más para conquistar. Si nos acordamos también, hemos acabado con la, ¿cómo se llamaba? Con la princesa o con la bella, ya no lo recuerdo, ahora no miramos, se llama bella no sé qué, que es otro monstruo que lo hemos exterminado. Al final nos quedan todavía para acabar. A ver, para mirar cómo va la cosa, vamos al otro aquí. Como bien digo, hemos acabado con la belleza impresionante y todavía tenemos varios monstruos por destruir que todavía no hemos acabado con todos estos. Se irán desbloqueando a medida que continuamos con el juego, pero bueno, de momento pues la cosa parece ser que va bien. Y luego, estamos en Albion, hemos descubierto Kingston, hicimos Yermo, si os acordáis, y ahora estamos en Vespers. ¿Qué es lo que nos queda? El sector este, que es el Sigma, que queda la frontera traspasada por desloguear, y luego queda el desierto aislado por desloguear, ¿vale? Quedan estos dos sitios por desloguear. Dicho esto, y por aquí también queda el fuerte, queda los agios, queda el desierto de Agna y queda también el barranco de la Noche Blanca. 1, 2, 3 y 4 zonas más. Y luego también la purga de erosión de vacío, que es todo esto. Dicho esto, pues nada, vamos a ir a Vespers, vamos a completar la misión que tenemos aquí pendiente, que no la hemos completado todavía. Y vamos a ver qué tal. ¿Qué más decir sobre el juego? ¿Qué más puedo decir sobre el juego? La verdad que el juego a mí personalmente me está gustando mucho. Estamos en modo campaña. De hecho, es el
Hi there. Do you have some DNA that needs analyzing? Clay, I don't think we should joke about it.
You sound just like Jin. Adorable. Thank you for your hard work. Don't worry, I know how capable you are.
I heard you worked on my arcane neutralizer. I'm sure it'll be effective against the toxin again.
You can trust me. To be honest, I tested it on myself at the clinical trial stage. I'm fine, so as descendants, you definitely will be.
What did you just say, Kate? That neutralizer was made from the Order's toxin. Do you know how dangerous that was? Do I have to lose you too?
Clay, I'm also part of Albion headquarters. I'm one of many people working for Albion and all of humanity. The descendants shouldn't be the only ones ready to sacrifice themselves. I'm ready to do my part. Let's help each other.
Lighten up, Glay. Thanks to Kate's efforts, we can continue with the operation.
Clay, this antibody will help you to stay strong for this operation. After all, it will give you immunity, and I've tested it on myself.
Let it go this one time. But never again, you hear me? Okay. Thank you, Kate. Really.
Now that everybody has the antibody, let's go get that Iron Heart. We can't let the Vulgus take this one too.
If everyone is ready, I will lead the way. Let us find the Iron Heart.
Vale. Vale, dice, completa la operación. Bien nos dice... bien está mal. ¿Cuáles son las sensaciones que tengo que hacer para el juego? Pues la verdad es que el juego me está gustando mucho, las misiones son variadas, entretenidas, estamos en el mundo campaña, pero si bien es cierto que casi todos los modos pero bueno, al final sí que es verdad que cada misión es diferente, tiene grados de dificultad totalmente diferentes y misiones que grados de dificultad. Pero la verdad que los mapas
Guide, can you sense the waves emitted from the Iron Heart?
I can. However, my scans show there is a space deep beneath this area. The energy waves are being dispersed by a metal device installed by the enemy. It will be difficult to determine the exact location of the Iron Heart.
Damn it! Not only did they spread their toxins everywhere, they installed this as well.
They most likely intended to use it to transport the Iron Heart they found.
Analyzing layout of the ruins. RK covers 40% of the entire area. A point of note, the RK corresponds to a single pattern, unlike the patterns of Descendant. According to the layout analysis results, The location of these readings is identical to that used for tombs and altars. Data we have gathered, there is a high probability that this is the tomb of one of the ancestors who died during the Civil War. The fact that they were laid to rest in such a deep location, either they were an ancestor of a high status, or they played an important role in the incidents related to the Iron Hearts. I've identified a Vulgus communication frequency being transmitted nearby. It will likely contain information we need. We should investigate. The Ironheart isn't here. The Vulgus came to excavate the remains of the Ancestor. They plan to use this to open the Ancestor's vault.
I don't understand. The remains of an ancestor or a vault? What do you mean? If the vault contains an Ironheart, it may have been placed there intentionally to prevent someone from claiming it. The reason the Vulgus have extracted DNA from the remains is likely because the vault can only be accessed through a bioscan. If that's the case, then the occupant of this tomb is the same individual who locked the vault. That's correct. They must be planning to use the DNA to allow them to bypass the biometric authentication and claim the Ironheart.
Move! Commence loading.
I'll restore the disrupted communications. Noise removal complete. Checking contents. Sender, Enzo. He says the Vulgus have been spotted moving to another zone.
Have they found a way to open the vault already? Damn it! We need to get to that vault. Wait. We should secure the Ancestors' remains and the data just in case. If the vault can only be accessed through the biometric authentication of specific DNA, then we'll need that DNA as well.
Disabled the Vulgus data repository for now. I have also collected the data formatted sample of the remains.
Well, that's a relief. Can't stand it when these recordings of Vulgus plans. Let's deal with these bastards quickly and get moving. Guide, can you sense the waves emitted from the Ironheart?
I can. However, my scans show there is a space deep beneath this area. The energy waves are being dispersed by a metal device installed by the enemy. It will be difficult to determine the exact location of the Ironheart.
Damn it! Not only did they spread their toxins everywhere, they installed this as well. They most likely intended to use it to transport the Ironheart they found.
Analyzing layout of the ruins. RK covers 40% of the entire area. A point of note, the RK corresponds to a single pattern, unlike the patterns of Descendant.
Not doing good.
According to the layout analysis results, the location of these readings is identical to that used for tombs and altars. If I compile all of the data we have gathered, there is a high probability that this is the tomb of one of the ancestors who died during the Civil War. The fact that they were laid to rest in such a deep location, either they were an ancestor of a high status, or they played an important role in the incidents related to the Ironhearts. I've identified a logos communications frequency being transmitted nearby. It will likely contain information we need. We should investigate.
Loaded. Shield is down! Well, shit! Damn! My shield!
I will take you on any time.
Oh, shit!
You on any time.
My shield! Damn!
Avoid meaningless sacrifice.
My shield is down!
Embrace the sacred truth.
Little shits!
Are you finally enlightened?
My shield! Little shits!
You on any time. Avoid meaningless sacrifice.
My shield is down! That hurt like hell! Well, shit.
You're finally joining us, Sydney.
Damn it! shield!
Pero voy a reiniciar, bueno, vale.
Well, shit.
Sepulcro. Así que por hoy lo dejo aquí porque hay que reiniciar. Así que bueno, que lo paséis bien. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo con la misión del sepulcro. Chao, chao.